And it's at this point in the story where we really begin to see just what kind of person Richard was. See, he's still super sick, but he can't stand the thought of Philip getting all the glory, so he sets up his own massive catapults, which were named, and I quote, God's own catapult and the bad neighbor. And he begins firing at the city to steal some of Philip's thunder. Richard then orders his men to carry him out on a stretcher near the front lines, and he begins shooting at the defenders with a crossbow while lying down, still looking half dead. The combined Crusader forces break through the city walls, and the defenders desperately plead for Saladin's help. The Muslims in Acre mount one final defense on July 11th, but by the next day, the city was captured and the Christians take the defenders hostage. Richard sets the terms for the surrender. He wants Saladin to return the true cross, along with 200,000 gold pieces and 1,600 previously captured Christian prisoners. In exchange, they'll return their 2,700 captured defenders from Acre. Richard gives Saladin a deadline and waits, but negotiations soon break down as both sides begin to demand their hostages be returned first, and Saladin ends up missing the deadline. This infuriates Richard, and he aims to send a message to the Sultan of the consequences of messing with the wrong dick. He has his men gather up the 2,700 Muslim prisoners and he marches them up a hill called Ayadiyah. He orders his men to bound the prisoners and then begins beheading them in full view of Saladin's camp. Upon seeing the public execution of their brothers, Saladin's men charge up the hill to save them, but the Crusaders fight them off and force them to watch as they cut off the heads of each prisoner one by one until every single last one is dead. Saladin is enraged and in retaliation orders the immediate execution of his 1,600 Christian prisoners. An eye for an eye, and the rivalry that will make legends of the two men is off to a very disturbing start.